Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, courtside, along with Grant Hill and Tim Legler. Allie LaForce will be joining us in just a moment. Okay, a chance to look at some numbers for him.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games. Looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line. And it's been fun to watch.
So let's take a look at the Phoenix Suns starting lineup. And it's Perez in at the 2 guard. And for the Nets, we've got Davis, and it's Graham in at the 1. Each team representing their conference in this one, Graham, and they've got some history between them as well.
Yeah, B.A., they've played in some big games against each other, and that only heightens the intensity. It should be a good one.
Here we go. So Brooklyn wins the tip. Here's Hicks. Screen. Pass to Thornton. It's Graham on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Shot is up. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Here's Perez. And there's the drive. Here's Saunders. 9 points in his last outing. The Suns need to get off a shot. Off target from three-point range. Brooklyn with the ball. Pass to Hicks. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Here's McNeil. Fades and shoots. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one.
Yeah, he goes to the fadeaway right there. I think he thought the defense was a little bit closer.
Here's Solomon. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
Outside Graham. With a step back. And there's another one for the Nets.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
Here's Longley.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Perez. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Pass to Saunders. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Knocks it down from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Nets have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Outside Graham. Outside Davis. Rebounded by Perez.
Yeah, and that's a shot he'll make 90% of the time. He just couldn't get it to go right there.
Here's Solomon. An effective score for them, scoring around 21.5 points a game. From outside the arc, Brooklyn pulls it in. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Phoenix this year.
Last year, they made easy work of this club, sweeping the 2-game season series.
Yeah, we'll see if this East-West matchup plays out the same way. It's a new year, and it's a new series.
Davis finds Graham. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Brooklyn shooting their first free throws here for the night.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn. Graham. Stepping the line with 2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Graham.
He's as good as it gets at the line. Pretty much automatic.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Saunders. And he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game. Here's Perez. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Nets leading by 3. Pass to Graham. Outside Davis. And here's Graham. From 11 feet away, jump shot is good. Graham's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
You can't have a better start than that, connecting on 4 of your first 5 field goal attempts.
Here's Longley. Here's Perez. He's scoreless. The 3 is up. And it's Graham with the rebound. Pass to Davis. Here's McNeil. 8 points in his last time out. Lets the 3 fly. Phoenix grabs the miss. Coming into this, having notched a win against Boston in their last game.
Oh, boy. Throughout the game, they got after it defensively and forced a lot of turnovers, too.
They prevented their opponent from ever getting into a comfort zone. They were just very disruptive.
Here's Graham. After Phoenix picked up the 3 with their last shot. Pass to Davis. Here's McNeil. You know, his impact on offense has been terrific, scoring just around 20 points a game.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans, going up with a graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant. And it's Longley missing. Nets leading by 4. And here's Davis. Pass to Hicks. 3-pointer. Fires in the triple.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Phoenix has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Here's Solomon, the 17-footer, and he gets the bucket.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Graham for 3. Offensive rebound, Davis. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there. Here's Solomon. Launches it. Thornton pulls it in. Graham with it. Fades. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Great anticipation off the missed shot.
Oh, his timing was impeccable. Here's Perez, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. 6 to shoot. Brooklyn pulls it in.
Well, he better focus now. His efficiency is dropping, but there's enough game left to make corrections.
Pass to McNeil. To the right side. Here's Thornton. And the shot is good off the backboard. And now an 11-point Nets lead.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Phoenix calls timeout. making a change here. Now looking at the 2K leaderboard, specifically which teams have created a lot of turnovers and cashed in on the other end during the last 10 games. Number 1, the Nets.
Well, over these last few games, they've been putting excellent pressure on the ball handlers and then turning those forced errors into easy points.
Brooklyn on D. 11-point game. Here's Solomon. Shot clock at 6. And the shot's good.
He's got a knack for finishing inside. That's easy money.
Brooklyn leading by 9. Outside Graham. Pass to Thornton. Here's Cummings. Graham, the pass to Davis. Here's Cummings. Longley with a rebound.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Here's Solomon. Graham covering. There's a screen. Pass to Gonzalez. Takes the 3. First shot won't go. Brooklyn has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Outside Graham. Fires for 3. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
Well, he has been pretty much unstoppable this quarter, and his team is thriving as a result.
Here's Solomon. To the paint. Here's Longley. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And Grant, we hear all the time about the rookie wall.
Oh, it's definitely a real thing, B.A. Not for every rookie, but a good percentage of them. You know, I'm interested to see which ones in this class are able to power through.
And he can't get the first one. Good on the second one. Nets leading by 11. Pass to Woodson. Outside Ross. Shoots from the right block. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Here's Saunders. Here's Solomon. Here's Gonzalez. Misses the 3. The shot from 20 feet out. Woodson. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nets lead by 13.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
Here's Gonzalez. 13 points in the win against Boston.
And he promoted team chemistry. That's how you do it, by moving the ball.
Puts it up from 15. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Substitutions on the court.
Brooklyn leading by 13. Cummings passes to Fields. 1:19 left in the first quarter here. Here's Woodson on the money from 12 feet away. Woodson's got his second basket on the night.
Yeah, their aggressive approach on the offensive glass has created second chance opportunities.
Here's the screen by Bryant. Here's Solomon. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
It continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
Pass to Fields. Here's Cummings. Still no points. Here's Woodson. Clock at 6. Up top, Ross. Gonzalez pulls it in.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Out to the wing. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. From behind the arc. Brooklyn with the board. Here's Cummings. Here's McNeil. Takes it inside. And the layup falls. McNeil's got 6 points.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
And so far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. Back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, the Nets pretty much in control here.
But simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
You give any team this many second chance opportunities, it's going to put you in control.
On the floor for Phoenix. And it's Roy in at the one. Phoenix shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Free throw good. Bryant. And both free throws good for Bryant. Tim, you graduated with an MBA from an elite business school. How has that impacted how you look at the NBA?
Well, it certainly gives you a look at how the business side of things are impacted in the NBA and a real grasp of the numbers. And man, oh man, are those numbers big at this level.
And so here's Phoenix. The Nets making their last shot. Here's the screen by Bryant. And the three off target.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Pass to Cummings. Here's Fields. 11 points for him last game against the Rockets in Houston. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Now that we're into the new year, how about a check on the Eastern Conference standings? You take a look at Brooklyn. They're in first place right now with a tremendous record. They're certainly the team to beat.
Well, I think for Brooklyn, they just have serious hopes for the outcome of this season. They're focused on putting up a banner.
Well, no one has been surprised by their dominance. Now they will try to take this momentum into the postseason.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Pass to Bryant from 18 feet away. Another one falls for Phoenix.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
Well, with his size and a soft touch to go with it, that's an easy bucket.
McNeil, that's good.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, when you have the lead, ball security is everything. Just focus on each trip up the floor.
Here's Saunders. 6 points for him. From deep. Woodson with a rebound. Woodson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Fields. Fires from deep. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Saunders. And here's Bryant from downtown. Rebounded by the Nets. Woodson's got 5 rebounds tonight. All right, let's have a look and see who is leading the league in field goal percentages. Brooklyn shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Brooklyn calls timeout.
Time of Brooklyn. Give it up for Team Height.
Shooting 2.
That one's off. And the second free throw is good. Suns trail by 15. Pass to Saunders. Here's the screen by Bryant. Takes a 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Saunders has got 9.
Well, after making 1 in the first quarter, he's now made 2 here in the second. Starting to get it going a little bit.
Here's McNeil. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nets.
Well, the big guys in the post are outworking their opponent in effort and physicality. They just simply want it more.
And we talk about winning games at the margins all the time. That's exactly what they're doing because they are throwing bodies on the offensive glass.
And we're seeing teams now that have found success with twin towers inside. What's behind that, Tim?
Well, there's a big difference between positionless basketball and small ball. Key is, if you can be big and skilled, that's a pretty tough combination to match up with.
No matter how the game changes, rebounding is always going to be a factor.
It's always key.
And so it's Brooklyn with it after Phoenix picked up the 3 with their last shot. Out to the right wing. Here's Solomon. He's got 6. It's tipped.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Pass to Fields. Here's the 3. And Bryant pulls it down. Suns trail by 12. Here's Solomon. Bryant, a screen on Graham. Bryant outside. Lets it go from deep. They get it again. Gonzalez. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Great at jumping into action on these plays, saving that possession for his team.
Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Pass to Fields. Now here's Graham. From the high post. And again, it's the Nets missing. The Suns have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Here's Solomon. Up top, Bryant. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Bryant's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, he was cold in that first quarter. Now it's great to see him flip that switch and start getting hot here.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Suns trail by 10. Here's Saunders. 9 points in the game. No good. Here's Graham. The Suns clear it. Here's Saunders. Perez, the pass to Bryant. Here's Saunders. Bryant, a screen on Graham. Back to Bryant. All sorts of time. Not going to go that time.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
And it's McNeil missing. For Phoenix, they've gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. Pass to Saunders. Here's Gonzalez. Here's Solomon. Graham covering. Solomon, good. Solomon's got 8.
Well, that is a nice job getting to the other side of the rim. Creates a tough angle for the defense.
Timeout called. Brooklyn. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
So both teams changing it up here. And we got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for him.
It's not really a surprise to me that we're seeing these kind of numbers for him in the rebounding category. He's by far amongst the elite at grabbing loose balls, and you can easily see he's continued to put the effort in over the last few years.
Now here's Davis. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
Well, he also did a great job on the glass, and it made a big difference.
Here's Davis. And Bryant pulls it down. Here's Gonzalez, guarded by Ross. Pass to Perez. He takes it in. Count it. Good. Perez has got 5 points now this quarter.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now here's Ross. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Rockets in Houston. Here's Fields. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Suns trail by 6. Pass to Solomon. There's a screen. Here's Perez. Puts up a 3. Hits a 3-pointer. Perez has got 11 points.
Now we're starting to see him deliver on offense. He's really found his tempo here in the second quarter.
Here's Fields. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. They are so close to taking the lead.
This is one of those games where momentum is key.
Here's Perez. Pass to Bryant. Here's Gonzalez. There's the triple. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field. Outside Ross. And here's Davis. Pass to Graham. To snap the cold streak. The offensive rebound. Outside Ross. Outside for Davis. On target from range. Davis has gotten his second bucket on the night.
Well, the combination of his length with that shooting range makes him a huge part of this offense.
Pass to Solomon. Now here's Graham. He picked up 30 points in their last win against the Rockets in Houston.
And he promoted team chemistry. That's how you do it, by moving the ball.
Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Here's Hicks. And it's rejected. There's 1:54 left in the second period. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Here's Graham. 11 points in the game. Outside Davis. Back to Graham. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Brooklyn shooting their 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. Both teams will make substitutions.
At the line, Graham. At the line.
Mind the lanes.
One shot.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw's good for Graham. 1:27 left in the first half. Suns trail by 7. Here's Solomon. Give him 8. Check by Davis. Clock at 4. Brooklyn with the board. This game following their win against the Rockets.
And as a rule of thumb, the road can really test your team's depth. But they all stepped up and collectively produced a lot of points.
In a hostile environment like that, the bench energy can really make a difference for your starter.
Here's Solomon. Following the 3 by Brooklyn. Here's the pick. Brooklyn pulls it in. McNeil's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Fires the 3. Nails it from 3. McNeil's got 8 here in this quarter.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Here's Perez. He's got 11. To stop the run. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we've reached halftime in this one. Brooklyn out in front. They lead by 13. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hey folks, first off, looking ahead to All-Star Weekend. Let's see who's in the running to compete in the three-point contest.
So many potential winners here. I'm looking into my crystal ball, but it's cloudy. I just can't figure it out, guys.
We know who the favorite will be, Shaq. Stop it. We know the 4 or 5 guys who will challenge him. After that, it's anyone's guess.
And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Suns.
I mean, it's pretty simple. More rebounds, more opportunities. Right now, they're getting crushed on the glass, Shaq.
From where I'm sitting, I don't see the energy, and I do not see the effort.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Suns trail by 13. We've got Davis, and it's Hicks in at the 2. So that's the Nets 5. Here's Solomon. Graham covering. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Solomon's got 10 points in the game.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for. Well, he is really filling it up, but also keeping others involved.
Pulls it. Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there.
Well, he's certainly not the reason they're down. If they're going to grab the lead here, more guys are going to have to step up.
Pass to McNeil. Here's Hicks. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
And Legs is someone who has seen some of the great perimeter defenders over the years. Who's the best you've ever seen?
Well, the best defense, Brian, I ever played against were those mid-90s Bulls teams when you had to go up against Jordan and Pippen on either wing. And then more modern-day players like Drew Holiday, even a guy like Tony Allen when he was in Memphis, they stand out to me as well.
First team all-defense, Tony Allen.
Year in, year out, a nightmare to go up against.
Rebound, Brooklyn. Minnesota will be traveling to face him after this game. It'll be game number 2 in their 5-game homestand. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn. Davis at the line 2 times.
And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both shots.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Out left to the wing. Pass to Saunders. Lets it fly. Good on the jump shot. Saunders has got 11.
He's done a great job filling up the box score, but so far it just hasn't been enough. He needs help.
Here's McNeil. And a great assist by Graham as that one goes. McNeil's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
Here's Saunders. Sends it home from three-point land. 14 points for him.
Whatever they said at halftime, it is working. They look super confident out there.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. 6 to shoot. Here's McNeil. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. McNeil's got 21.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Phoenix calls timeout.
All right, fans. It's time for the tennis stand. Get ready to stand. Everybody's watching. Let's see what you got.
current NBA scoring leaders. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. Pass to Solomon. Fires the three. Thornton pulls it in. Nets leading by 15. Here's Hicks from the arc. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Here's Perez. Once again, off the mark by Phoenix. Brooklyn has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. There's the screen, the three. And it's McNeil missing.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Solomon. He's got 12. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Outside Davis. Back to Graham. Three-pointer. Unable to get that one.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Perez. 11 points in the game. Here's Saunders. And it's off from three-point range. Nets leading by 16. Here's McNeil. Pass to Davis. Fader on the way. That one goes in. Davis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball. And that's his second three of the half and his 5th overall, really lighting it up.
Here's Thornton, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Pure from three-point range. Graham's got 17.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Now a timeout called by Phoenix. Suns trail by 18. Here's Perez. 11 points in the game. Jacks up a three. Thornton pulls it in. Pass to McNeil. To the inside. To the wing, right side. Davis probing. Here's Graham. Shot clock at 6. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Looking ahead, they've got the Cavaliers coming to town for their next one. And that's a one-game homestand for the club. Here's Solomon. Graham covering. The baseline, Jay. The rebound by the Nets. Davis has got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Hicks. Give him 8 points now. Outside Grant. On the wing, Davis. Back to Grant. Pulls up at the elbow. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 4th assist in this one. Suns trail by 20. Here's Solomon. He's got 12. Here's Longley. And the bucket is good.
Yeah, he just needs more shots. He has to get more involved.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Here's Hicks. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Graham, that's good.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Here's Saunders. Pass to Solomon. Puts up a deep 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Thornton's got rebound number 7 tonight. Down low. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Thornton's got 6.
And when you've got your opponent down, you don't want to take your foot off the pedal.
Well, with the pace of this game, you don't want to leave anything to chance.
Now a timeout called by Phoenix. He's checked in for Brooklyn. Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings now that the new year is upon us. You look at the Suns at the midway point of the season. They're in 4th place in their respective conference.
Well, right now for the Suns, it really hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for, but they're still in the hunt for a high postseason seed.
Well, this is kind of where we expected them to be. They're a very good team, maybe even great, but they are still one level below the very top.
Here's Gonzalez, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you can still probably find a higher percentage shot.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
The Suns have gotten 7 of 15 shots to hit in the second half. And a nice finish on the layup. He's got 6.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Pass to McNeil. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Ross for 3. Counted from distance.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Here's Solomon. 12 points for him. Here's Saunders. Shot clock at 5. Here's Solomon. Graham covering. Solomon good. Solomon's got 14 points for the game.
They will take that shot every time down the floor if they could. It's just great execution.
Outside Ross. Pass to McNeil. Davis a screen. Let's go with a three. And the Nets another three.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's just good coaching. They have made the better adjustments.
Gonzalez knocks down the long J.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Now here's Graham. 21 points in the game. Outside Ross. And it's Saunders with a rebound. Saunders has got 4 rebounds in the game.
Well, fortunately, as he searches for his scoring rhythm, they still have the lead for now.
Here's Solomon. Graham covering. Pass to Gonzalez. Over Ross. Gonzalez misses. Brooklyn leading by 23. Here's McNeil. From outside the arc. That one's off. 10 for 14 now. The Suns shooting the ball at 46% from the floor. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Solomon. He's got 14 with the 7-footer. Davis with a rebound.
Well, that's a good high percentage shot. He just couldn't convert.
Outside Graham. The three. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. And so it's Brooklyn ending the period up by a staggering 23 points. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And so in the game for the Suns. And it's Gonzalez in at the 3 spot. Outside Ross. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
Well, a lot of eyes focused on NBA officiating, but where their eyes are focused is also a topic.
Yeah, the league's able to track officials' position on the court and even tell where they're looking. And you cross-check that with the results and train them where to be and where to keep watching.
First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Perez to the right side. Gonzalez passes to Perez. This one for 3. Rebound Brooklyn. Woodson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Hicks. The 3 is up. And the 3-pointer goes.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
One more miscommunication at the defensive end. Just brutal. It can't happen.
Here's Perez. Woodson with a rebound. Woodson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Ross. And with players now able to earn money at the collegiate level, what does that do for the NBA league?
Well, I do think overall it's a good thing. As a former college athlete myself, I love to see these guys get rewarded. And possibly you get to the league, you're a little bit more polished and grown up.
Bottom line is you may have made some money, but when you have a chance to play against the best of the best, that's why you go pro.
There's nothing like it.
They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here. Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, you have to love the execution, and you have to love the relentlessness.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Looking to win the run. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Nets.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
And we should also mention their work on the perimeter. They have found quality looks from deep, and they have knocked them down.
And he drops the first. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, B.A., it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to Perez. By the Nets. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Here's Barkley. Drills it from deep. Barkley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Here's the screen by Bryant. Shoots. Perez can't hit.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Pass to Barkley. And here's Ross. 5 to shoot. Here's Fields. And again, it's Brooklyn. The Suns have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the 4th. Gonzalez passes to Bryant. Here's Solomon. There are usually 1 or 2 mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize the team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page. They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 17-3 run. Barkley, that's good. Barkley's got 5 points in the quarter.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Pass to Gonzalez. Here's Perez. Launches a 3. Woodson with a rebound. Woodson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Barkley. No good from outside. Phoenix has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. Here's Gonzalez. Pass to Bryant. Lets it go. And the jumper is good.
From Gonzalez.
Here's Ross. Tries a 10-footer, and again, it's Brooklyn.
As bad as he was in the first half, that's how good he's been since.
Here's Perez. Pass to Gonzalez. 4-3. Woodson with a rebound. Here's Ross. Driving inside. Lays it up and banks it in. Ross has got 14 points now in the second half. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And here's Bryant outside. Hits the trifecta.
That's his first 3 of the night. Maybe something to build on.
Here's Cummings. Pass to Fields. Releases. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
After a rough first half, it's good to see him start to put the pieces together here.
Phoenix has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th. Here's Gonzalez. And again, it's Phoenix from deep.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Now here's Ross. Tightly guarded to the left wing. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range.
Here's Solomon. It's hauled in by Fields.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Now here's Ross. Not a lot of room. They set the pick. Pass to Woodson. Beyond the arc. He buries it from 3.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence is impressive to see.
Now here's Bryant for 3. And the Suns get another 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Cummings. The 3 is up. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Here's Perez. The 3 ball. Rebound Brooklyn. Woodson's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one. Out to the wing. Inside. Chalk up 2 there.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Here's Solomon. Over to the wing. Here's Perez. The 3-pointer off the mark.
He's been way off the mark in this second half. Just unable to get any kind of rhythm going.
Here's Barkley. It's good.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent. Interior passing is so difficult if you aren't precise. They were right there. Nice work.
And there's another one for the Nets.
Well, he's gotten his rhythm now. He's really looking comfortable in the second half.
Here's Gonzalez. Pass to Solomon. Looking to get it going. And he takes it up and lays it in.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
Brooklyn's gone 4 of 5 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. Here's Fields. Now Ross. Cash money. Out of his 14 attempts, he's drained 9 of them.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, with each bucket, he denies any thought of a comeback.
Here's Perez. No good from outside.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
Now here's Ross. Well, Legs, being a GM in the NBA is a tough gig. What's the most important part of the job, in your opinion?
Well, BA, evaluating talent is still the main responsibility of the job. That includes drafting, free agency, even selecting a coach. But then it's about building relationships, establishing communication, and culture.
Ooh, sounds like a lot of qualifications that you have.
Well, I'm pretty comfortable right here, if that's okay.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Nets.
It's impressive how the reserve players stepped up and delivered in this one.
They didn't just help out. They made a big impact and really secured the win for their team.
And this result tonight, it gets them to 44 wins on the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
Here's Fields, coming off a Suns make. Right side, Ross. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Phoenix making a switch here. .35 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Perez. Pass to Solomon. There's the three. He drops it from range.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Yeah, it's too little, too late at this point, but at least they have something to build on going forward.
Here's Barkley. So we see the Nets taking the W here. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
Thank you,
And that'll do it, folks. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And time now to present our player of the game.